Good morning, my name is Logan Bossiger, and it is my privilege to introduce to you Mr. Glenn Davis. In addition to being a business owner and entrepreneur, in 2013 he was elected to be the 84th House District in Virginia General Assembly. He is now running to be the Lieutenant Governor and is here to ask us for our vote. So let's hear what he has to say.
Good morning, Liberty University. Boy, there is no better way to start your day than this. I think you're onto something, Robert. I think in Richmond, we need to start every General Assembly morning with this as well. I am thrilled, honored, and humbled to be with you this morning. And there's everything I could do to not pop out from back there and join the band this morning. I thought I was going to be a little bit tired this morning. I got back from Northern Virginia to Virginia Beach, my home. We got some people back from Hampton Roads. Late last night, there we go. Got back late last night, got up 4 a.m. this morning to start the drive here. And I'll tell you something, if I was even a wee bit sluggish, I'm ready for a 24-hour day after this thing this morning. But thank you for having me, and I wanted to take my time and share with you something that's very important to me, very personal to me, and something I'm very passionate about. And that's the American dream. Something that I fear that is starting to slip away. You see, it's personal to me because my great-grandfather came to this country in the early 1900s from Italy. Hardly got a few Italian Catholics? Yep. And he came here, hardly anything in his pocket. He broke spoken English, but he had a trade. You see, he was able to grind blades and knives and shears on that big grinding wheel. And my grandfather, well, he dropped out of school in the 6th grade to go work for his father until World War II. He went off, fought for our country in Germany, came back, and he ran JCOTS Beauty and Barber Supplies in Norfolk, Virginia, until he retired in his 70s. And I grew up sitting on a stool, watching my grandfather grind blades with my uncles and my mom tend to the clients, and that's where I learned about the American dream. So when I lost my job 6 weeks before Christmas in 1999, and I had the choice to move back home with mom and dad or start my own company, I did the latter. I knew that the American dream was available to everyone. It didn't take you to be born to someone with a lot of money. You didn't have to be born in a certain area. You just had to have what was in the inside. You just had to have that perseverance, that ability to sacrifice and the determination to create something for yourself, for your family, and hopefully that next generation. And you see, that American dream, though, it's not something you just get to talk about. Our forefathers didn't create it by talk. My great-grandfather didn't come here to create it by talk. My grandfather didn't pass it down with talk. See, as we all know from Proverbs 14:23, in all toil there is profit, but in mere talk only leads to poverty. And I knew that firsthand, looking at the story of my grandfather and my great-grandfather. So when I lost my job 6 weeks before Christmas, out of that one-bedroom apartment, I started an IT company. And 8 years later, it was one of the 100 fastest-growing IT companies in the U.S., according to Inc. magazine. And I don't share that story because I'm one of the smartest people you're ever going to meet. I know these people behind me and many of you out there, and I can guarantee you there's a lot smarter here than I. But I am one of the hardest-working people you're ever going to meet because that's how I was raised, that if you want the American dream, all you have to do is be willing to go work for it. And you have to do it via actions. And that's why I'm running for Lieutenant Governor. You see, that American dream is starting to slip away. We no longer celebrate those that create opportunity for themselves and others. We penalize them. We take more from them to give more to those that think government entitlement is a career choice. No, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that at the national level, we're starting to reverse that trend. We have our President Trump, and President Trump is all about action. But in Virginia, well, we've still been going the wrong direction. You see, I was Bob McDonnell's aide back when he was a delegate. There was never a finer man to have as a mentor. And Bob McDonnell, when he was governor in 2011, we were the best state in the nation for business and job growth. Now we're number 13. We have the 30th worst tax policies, and we're actually driving jobs and opportunities and businesses to North Carolina, to DC, to Maryland. And we're starting to throw away those opportunities that many of you are supposed to have when you come out of college. And I think we can be number one again for business and job growth, but we have to do it with action. A lieutenant governor doesn't do it by repeating 2,000 times over and over again, have all the senators voted. You do it by going out there and going to places like MIT and Estonia and bringing back entrepreneurs and bringing back innovation and creating native opportunities and technology for Virginians. And that's what I want to do as your next Lieutenant Governor. Thank you so much for having me today at Liberty. Thank you so much for allowing me to be up here today. May God continue to bless this great university, our Commonwealth, and the greatest nation He's ever made, the United States of America.